Hello everyone, how's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's play some Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup, continuing our complete beginner's guide with our Deep Elf Conjurer of Vehement. And I'm going to rest up because, we're not at full health, and we're on Dungeon 8. And there we go. We did it. So what are we doing with this character at the moment? Well, we just shattered an elite with our brilliance and our spells, and we are training spellcasting and fire magic because we're trying to bring down Fireball, but you can see Fireball's already only a 4% failure. Now, it's red just because the spell level is so high. So as you go higher with spell level, the consequences for miscasting them will proportionally go higher, but as you raise up your own intelligence in spell casting and ability, this will also diminish. So that's there. And now also, check it out. I could think about Starburst, a 6th level spell, and I'd be at 26% fail, which is not horrible, but it's dark red, so we don't need to worry about it too much. All we really want to do is just go check out the loot from our buddy, Maurice, who we obliterated, and just keep exploring. Oh, there was a cloak. Do I have a cloak? I don't. Let's go get Maurice's cloak. Okay, so I'm just going to say search for a cloak, and it's right there. I'm going to just navigate to it by just pushing enter with it selected. You'll see it shows me a path. I just push enter again, and I go right to it. I push G to bring up the pickup screen, and I push B to select the cloak using the letter that corresponds to it. Push enter to pick it up. I'm going to push shift W to wear, and I'm going to push capital B, put on that sweet cloak. Now we got a 9 armor class, and we're looking good. We're still rolling Steam Dragon scales. I'm going to just push R to look at our scrolls. Don't have anything I want to read. Just going to keep looking around. And here's a bunch of gnolls. Now this is a great time to I'm just going to step right here and going to start Searing Ray. I could well, it's interesting, like what would be more efficient. Well, let's play around. Toxic Radiance is E, and do I have a macro for that yet? I'm going to push shift tilde again, and I don't. So I'm going to map number 4 to Z E. Okay, and Toxic Radiance, you don't need the F when you're making a macro for it. You just need Z for cast and then the letter that it corresponds to. But because it's an area of effect spell that targets everything that you can see, you don't need to actually select a target for it. So you just do that. And now when I push 4, I hit everything. And you can see they're all poisoned. Now, another thing I want to say about that is, as you're making macros, I like to use the number keys. You can use whatever keys you want, but you need to be careful not to accidentally map over keys that are already in the game. So, for example, don't put something on 5. I like to use 5 to wait or rest or anything like that. So don't put something where you have a key that you use, but 1 through 4 is pretty good for me. Now I'm just going to walk back. Most of these guys are just going to die from the poison. So you can just kind of walk and see who survives if you have enough space, and none of them survived. So if things die off the screen, off of your line of sight, from a damage over time ability, you get full experience, nothing happens, and it'll just say you feel a bit more experienced in the log to communicate to you that something has died, but that you just couldn't see it. So we killed them all, and that was 4 MP. So pretty efficient, right? No risk. Really. I mean, they could have resisted or lived through the poison, but their gnolls right now are a joke to us, so there you go. Got some stones, looking around, checking it out. Orc Priest. Alright, this is a good Vapors moment. So Vapors should be 2. Let's see. What is that my macro? It is. This guy's just too far away. Oh, wait a minute. Do I have that map? No. Okay. Yeah. So he doesn't know we're here. I'm going to step in, and actually we'll just Toxic Radiance and just hit everything. And then I'm going to just Vapors this guy. Or no, Vapors, Schmapers. B is not Vapors. B is Searing Ray. That's why I couldn't hit that guy. All right. He was in range of Vapors, just not Searing Ray. Anywho, there's the layer, and we found Anguish and Enfeeblement. Those aren't spells that we're going to be casting, but it's great to get more spells. All right, now I'm going to push 3, and you can, yeah, Vapors goes a long way. So I'm just going to push, oh, he's throwing stuff at me. That's rude. Just going to walk over here, and fine, I'll Vapors you again. There he goes. That guy really wanted to live through it. So we found the lair. So our options are the lair or the main dungeon. Main dungeon is just fine. Let's go down to dungeon 9, see what we can find. Bunch of bees. Okay, this is actually hard. So again, like I told you, bees no like poison. So I'm just going to push 4, and we're going to poison them all. Unfortunately, they won't die instantly. I'm going to go up the steps, and 2 of them just died. We did level up there to level 10, and this guy will die. Let's just walk away from him, and we got him. Now, there's a yak that was coming on that's going to be kind of annoying. Not really, but he can gore you for a lot of damage, and he has a lot of hit points, so I need some more space than that. So I'm going to try to find an entryway where it's a little clearer. Now, this is a 2-headed ogre. Big boy. You can see he's red, but he's asleep, and we have a lot of room to work with. So let's see what our possibilities are. Okay. We're going to poison him, but he has got a ton of hit points, so we need more than just that. How many brilliance do I have? Oh, I might not have... Do I not have any left? I have magic. Used them all. It's okay. It happens. So, let's just see how this goes. Right? Fireball is where? It's now down to yellow in terms of its failure, so that's a possibility. I'm going to just give him Vapors. Okay. Oh, we have some wands, though. What could we do? Well, we could see Roots. Like, Roots goes in an area. Okay, what about Mind Burst? 47% chance to affect. So that is a good idea. We might want to train up evocations at some point, but, you know, it's not a huge deal. I'm just going to go ahead and use Vapors. We got him double poisoned. And I'm going to start walking back to the steps. I'm going to poison him again. He's fully poisoned. Okay. He lost some of the poison. And let's just see what happens if I try to fireball this dude. And I selected him, and we blasted him, and it almost killed him. So you can see it did a ton of damage to this dude. So I'm going to poison him one more time, and then I'm going to fireball him again. And see if we can get him. And if we don't get him, we have to run away. And we got him. That's why we need Fireball. So Poison is great for softening something like that, but he has so many hit points that it would take quite a kite to get him to die, and you can't really Stare Dance very well with the damage over time unless you take a few hits or something, and we can't take hits from that guy. That guy would kill us easily. So in one turn, if he hit us with both of his clubs, he could easily kill us. We have 50 hit points, okay? So he would just smash us. So we don't have the luxury of, like, we could try to run around and kite him, but look, we haven't explored this floor. We don't know what we're going to encounter. Here's a Shadow. Now, Shadow is one of our buddies that we don't like because we can't poison him. But I'm just using Magic Dart. You see it still does some damage, and then we can just Searing Ray this guy. It should kill him. It did. So we just use our pure conjuration spells to do damage. Now we got a Scroll of Blinking, which is so fantastic, I can't even tell you. Enchant Weapon and a Magical Cloak. Well, what a great little sequence there. It's a +1 cloak. So we'll pick it up, and I'm going to just wear it. And our armor class is now 10. It's yellow, too. Stylin'. Ring of Poison Resist. What rings do we have? We don't even have a second ring, so I'm immediately going to push Shift P. And we're going to wear the Ring of Poison Resistance like that. And now we got it. So now we're rolling against poison. Okay, there's the Orcish Mines. Now the Orcish Mines are going to be a jackpot for this character because we have Toxic Radiance. Pretty much everything in the Orcish Mines, unless there's some undead that snuck in there, is susceptible to Toxic Radiance. So if you have enough space, you can just mass poison and do pretty well in there. But you do have to watch out for getting hit by a stone giant throwing a rock or a cyclops or something like that. But for the most part, we're okay. Now, what we are looking for with this character are stabs. Oops. So I need to find a staff. And we haven't found any yet. I'm looking for a magical staff to augment our spellcasting ability. That would be very helpful, because hitting people with this doesn't really do much for us anymore. I'm going to poison that guy. Poison that guy. And what I mean is, like, bopping people with a trident of venom is no longer necessary. Our spells are better than that. Now I'm going to push 4 and do Toxic Radiance, and we have 1 pip with Vehement, not 2 yet, but if I go here, you can see that we do sometimes gain magical power from killing. Okay? And so we did kill somebody right there, so we might get some MP back. Let's just keep an eye on that. We're at 22. I'm going to go ahead and just Searing Ray. Okay, once, twice, 3 times a lady, and 1 more time. And then you see right here, if it works, you'll see it says you feel your power returning. That's when you got something back. And we did. Well, look at that. A magical staff. We were just talking about that. Staff of Poison, too. Oh my gosh, we lucked out. What a dream. All right. I'm going to go up the steps and talk to you about this. So I'll show you. Inventory. Staff of Poison goes under Magical Staffs. Down here at the bottom, capital S. A staff that increases the power of poisoning spell cast by its wielder and protects them from poison. So if you have evocations and you bop somebody, you melee attack them with the staff, you can poison people, but we don't even care about that. What we care about is that it's going to augment the power of our spells. So it's going to increase the power of our poison spells. So for example, if I go Shift-I onto Toxic Radiance, you can see that its power level is 51%. But if I wield, pushing W, the Staff of Poison, okay, you can see that if I go to Shift-I and I go to Toxic Radiance, its power level has gone up to 68%. So it's a huge jump, okay, in that spell. I mean, Poison Vapors is already at 100%. So it's not entirely necessary forever, but it's just such a great thing for us to get because the Staff of Venom was no longer doing anything for us. Also, it does give us resistance to poison, so we can find another ring and wear it, and that would be cool. All right. And we got that scroll of butterflies, so we'll just, bap this guy with poison, and he's not going to be happy about it. We can just magic dart him down, no problem. And here's that yak again. Poison, poison, Searing Ray. Oh, it's a bunch. Okay, so let's Toxic Radiance, and this is where you're going to just see the party start. I'm just going to Toxic Radiance again and just walk away. We killed somebody. Walk away. These are yellow yaks, and it's just not fair, right? Now, what you want to do when you're poisoning is look at how many stacks of poison they have. If they have 3, that's max. They're not going to poison them any more than that. But if they've got like 2, just go ahead and put another one on there. Feel my power returning. See? I got my power back from killing that guy. And kill that guy. Kill that guy. We'll just push S to wait. Any more yaks? This guy. This yak made it. Poison him up. And We got contaminated, which is embarrassing, but we'll just kind of blast this guy. And let's just walk away from him. Yep, he started to hurt us. You see that? So you still have to be careful, but we're raising our skills tremendously. Now, if you look at this, Fireball's down to 3% fail, and Starburst is at 16%. So we're almost there. I could get Hailstorm. I could get Swiftness, too, if I want to just run away. So let me show you Swiftness. I'm going to describe Swiftness. It increases your movement speed, but after it ends, you get slowed. So it's a nice little boost of speed for us if we want to run. So I'm going to memorize it just to have a little bit of maybe an escape. And then we'll go here and we'll just train air magic slightly. It's 8% fail. It's not a huge deal. We only need a little bit and we'll be fine. And we'll just look around. There's a Nemelix shrine. There's some cash. And there's a weapon shop. Fun. Don't need any of this. Air Ballista Flaming. Nice. Alright, here's a troll. Now, a troll is hard because he don't care about poison too much just because he regenerates so quickly. But you know what he don't like? It's called Fireball. Dead. Now, the thing about Fireball you got to be careful of is I'll show you Shift-I, Fireball. It's very loud. So you're making a ton of noise when you use it, but it is doing 3 dice 13 damage, and it's only at 30% power. So, pretty slick. Helpful for us, right? Especially against somebody like this, a Wraith. He's like, hey. And we'll just go ahead and Searing Ray this guy. Hopefully Ray can kill him. It didn't. It's really not killing this guy. This guy's annoying. What a jerk. Alright, that's not very high chance. I was really expecting him to die, and he didn't. So I'm going to use Swiftness and just run away. Okay? And we're going to get some distance. And let's look for a staircase. It's above us, okay? Now, as soon as we aren't quick anymore, okay, we're starting to slow down. We're starting to slow down. We have 17 magic points. I'm just going to see if I can kill this guy with Fireball. 1, 2, dead. So that's what Swiftness can do for you. Just buy you a little space so that you can use your Fireball. Because I can't use Fireball if he's next to me because I'll hit myself. But the consequence is, obviously, you get that debuff where you go slow. And in this new version, you're going to take some hits to the face while you try to break adjacency. But it's better than just standing there trying to tank it. So, you know, it's a great little trick for us. And we've raised our air magic to 1.2 because it's so low, and are already down to 4% fail on Swiftness. So we don't even need to take air magic much higher than this. So we can go down, just look around. And there's an orc. I'll just blast it. Anybody else with you? Nope. Just magic dart that guy in the face. Alright, here's whites. Now, whites don't care about poison, so this is why you have Fireball. Killed 2 of them. And we'll just wait. Are there any more of you? I'll see if I can Searing Ray you down. I can. Big old swords for these guys. A Quazzle Shrine. Done with Dungeon 9. I don't know. I want to go to the Orcish Mines, but in general, I usually like to get to Dungeon 12 first. So let's see how that goes. It depends. Alright. Gosh, they're really giving us Scrolls of Butterfly, aren't they? Our air magic is doing reasonably, and Swiftness is down to 4%, so we don't have to level that up much more at all. Here's a false shop. I suppose a troll shouts. Let's see where it is. So here it is. Okay. All right, we got to watch out for this. So what we're going to do is... I don't have many options here because of how close this troll is to us. So I'm just going to have to sling fireballs at it and hope we, do that, which is kill it right away. Unfortunately, though, oh boy, we miscast it. That's a shame. We're attracting a bunch of enemies to our location because of how loud fireball is, which I don't like to do, obviously. I'm going to just try to Searing Ray this guy and see if it produces enough damage. It doesn't. So we're going to have to do the exact trick that we did before, which is just run away. And it's hitting us. Oh, we didn't. Oh boy, I didn't notice that. We miscast swiftness. So I got to cast it again. Now we're swift. And we should be able to eventually run away from this guy. We're swift. Why are we not running away from this guy? Didn't we just do this where we ran away from a... Oh no, we're slow. The Wraith slowed us with its attack, I guess? Drained speed. Yeah, okay. So unfortunately, he drained our speed. So in this spot, with him adjacent to us, and then now there's an Orc Warrior that we didn't see before, we have to get away. And what are our options for doing that? Teleport and blink. All right. Yeah. Okay. That's unfortunate. That's a bad use of items there. Just, it's a good lesson though. Lots of mistakes that were made there where, number one, I didn't realize I had miscast swiftness. You know, sometimes like you have a 4% fail, you just don't think it's going to happen, and then it does. I failed on fireball and swiftness in that short sequence right there, and those are both sub 5%. So those are just diabolically, statistically improbable rolls to fail 5% within, 5 castings, but it happened, and so we have to be ready for it. Now, unfortunately, also, the guy slowed us with his attack, so swiftness didn't really work. So we need to just use a scroll of teleportation and just walk away, and there we go. All right. So we need to just run up the steps and just let all of this wear away, get our magic points back, and we should be fine now. I'm going to see... Let's just head back down here. Hopefully we'll find the Wraith far enough away. Here we go, to use Fireball. And it's dead. And here's this guy. But this guy is much easier. We don't really need to use anything fancy on him. We can just poison him out. And just walk away. And once his poison wears off, just put it back on and he's dead. Okay. That's how it's supposed to work. Alright, here's the Centaur Warrior. Or another one, I should say. We can just poison this guy. He's going to want to shoot us anyway, and then we can just fireball him. And I'll just Searing Ray. He dies. He's annoying if he hits us with his bow, but until he does that, we're okay. We'll just go ahead and poison this guy horribly. And he'll die very quickly. Let's go ahead and just Toxic Radiance, poison, a Ring of Wizardry right here, if I can speak correctly, is a terrific pickup for us. We'll just go ahead and poison again. Magic Dart, dead. Get the ring, and let's get out of here. All of those Howler Monkeys could have attracted something to our location, which we obviously don't want. Alright, so what am I wearing ring-wise? I have a ring of poison resistance, which, remember, with our Staff of Poison, we don't need it. So let's check out the Ring of Wizardry so I can explain it a little bit with this character. So what it does is it increases the success rate of your spells, right? So for example, right here, At this point, swiftness and fireball are both 2%. And yet, as you saw, you can still feel that. It happens. So we're at 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, right? And if I wanted to memorize stuff, you would see something like this. Whereas like Starburst is at 13%. But if I put on the Ring of Wizardry instead of the Ring of Poison Resistance, so I'll just use the greater than sign to do that. Now, if I go to my spells, you'll see they're all 1%. And Starburst goes down to 5%, right? Ignition is even below 100 for, just about the first time, if not the first time, right? So that's amazing. We could also, because we have a little bit of air magic, we could get Airstrike if we wanted. But I don't really. Just going to go ahead and Foxfire is actually pretty good. Not as much anymore, but I'm going to go ahead and pick up Starburst. So we're going to go memorize Starburst for ourselves. Yep. All right. And then we're going to roll. Step down. And let's just kind of finish this dungeon level. Get the cash. Another potion of heal wounds, which is good. Phial of Floods. Fantastic. We're going to pick that up. And I'm actually going to push... oops, wrong button. I'm going to push the /, and we're going to go down to auto pickup and adjust. I want to pick up Condenser Veins, Lightning Rods, Phantom Mirrors, Box of Beasts. I don't want Tremor Stones, but everything else I'd like to get. Here comes a white. So let's see how many there are. Yep, there's usually more than one, so it's fireballs them both, and they're dead. And we can just put a fireball like right there. Oh, that was the wrong spell. Interesting. Shift F right here. There you go. And just do it again. All right. How about that? Now, I'm going to turn air magic off. There's no reason to level it anymore at this point. And you can even check in our spells. Starburst is there at 5%. Now, at this point, you could consider going up to heavier armor if you wanted with this character because of our Ring of Wizardry and our spellcasting ability, but I'm not. I'm fine with where I'm at. However, it might be in our interest to adjust some of our training pretty soon here. I'll go ahead and just give you this and give it to you again. Just walk away from you and you'll die. I could turn off spellcasting and just go into dodging and evocations a little bit, fighting even. But for now, I'm just going to make sure I can cast the best spells around. And there. Okay, perfect. So at this point, we're done with Dungeon 10. And we are at 1 pip with Vehement. We've got ourselves Starburst at 5% with a new ring. We've got the Staff of Poison. And this character is quite formidable in terms of dealing damage. I would love to have some more teleport and blink scrolls. Maybe, the spell of blink. That would be fantastic. But right now, I'm happy with this. Everyone, I hope you are still finding this to be useful so you can learn how to play a pure DPS type of spellcaster in this game. I hope you have an excellent evening or day. Thanks for watching. Take care.